Hello everyone and welcome to this very special video. Welcome to the first episode of Australia House. This is our, so to say, DLC special project. I decided to not do a full park. I decided to do a single house today, and this house will contain 3 of the new animals. There will be also something else about the dingo, but in this house there will be the koala bear, the kangaroo, and the cassowary. Now, the idea about this thing and also the exhibit animal will be in out of here, so it's 4 out of those 5 animals. Yeah, I'm super excited to bring this to you because there's so much going on with this thing. Now, before we jump into the architectural style of it, let me just quickly tell you why I plan to do it the way I did it at the end. Now, my thoughts behind this was like starting an entire new park. I just don't have the time for it. I just don't think it's valuable to you if I rush things, and Summer Lake is still not done, so you will see also obviously something in Summer Lake, which is an ongoing project. There will be something more in Yosemite. You've seen the first episode already yesterday of Yosemite, so this is definitely the one thing that you see. And there is just so much going on. And one thing you potentially will also see quite quickly is the wonderful franchise mode City Zoo, which will get this habitat over here. Like, this house will be part of our city zoo, and this was the main idea. I wanted to build this entire house with the thought in mind that this is a city zoo-ish house that you would potentially see. Now, to make it not as boring for you, because you've seen it all here in the time lapse, there will be a certain difference in. So this house will be available for you guys to download. However, it will only be there with the bare bone habitat, so to say. I won't do the interior as the blueprint, so you can do it themselves or yourselves. And the same will also go for our franchise zoo. We will do it ourselves in the franchise zoo. I'm only providing the blueprint of the house, and the rest has to be done by ourselves. Now, this is the kind of clue about this, but let me tell you, this building turns out to be absolutely amazing. At this point in time where you're watching this video, the entire house is done, fully set and recorded, because I'm on holiday already. Well, actually, at the moment you're watching it, potentially I'm still on the highway to the Alps, but yeah, you know, this is kind of cool. So I'm really excited to bring this to you guys because it was so much fun building that. I thought so many times about different things I wanted to do, but at the end of the day, I completely think that this is the best way of doing it, at least for me personally, and I really hope that you guys are excited. I know about stuff that the others do, so I kind of think that this might be a welcome difference for you, because other people do other stuff, and you know, we talk to each other, which is a good thing, to make sure that we don't always do the same, and so to say, that is a little bit of a different approach here on the things, how I'm doing this. And yeah, this is just how it is. But I think this is the perfect moment in time to talk about the architectural decision I went for over here. So you have seen me flying over Australia a little bit on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know if you have. If you haven't, just make sure to click the link. If I remember, there will be a link now to the top right, or like somewhere in the video you will find the notification to click on that. But yeah, just in general, I was trying to find out the best way possible doing it. Now, there are a lot of different styles that you could go for Australia that are very reminiscent of it. And one thing that is definitely absolutely reminiscent is the shape of the Sydney Opera House. This architectural style, which is done by the same architect who's also done multiple things in Valencia Harbour area, which I'm a big fan of. I forgot the name, but it's just a very nice addition to any kind of area, because this kind of modern design is really sleek, really nice, and just like so different, you know. And I was trying to kind of do this here. It's like, I'm happy with how it turned out in the end, especially looking from down, like from the ground perspective, it looks good. The only problem with the plaster pieces, as you can see, they're sticking out a little bit. I tried various things to hide them away, but at the end of the day, I kind of left it the way it is, simply because it's the best way possible of doing it. No guest will ever see this from above, so I think it's totally fair to still leave it the way it is. I was trying to get this all done a bit more precise, a bit more nice looking. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy with with how this thing turned out looking from ground level, and you will be able to tell this from the screenshot or from the thumbnail to today's episode. This is definitely the one thing that, you know, stands out the most, and this is exactly what I wanted to have. I wanted to have this entrance stand out with the architectural style of this opera house design, and the rest of it is mostly a combination of concrete and brick, because I felt like some of the old town, not only Sydney but also like in Canberra and Melbourne and everything else I looked into, had this very reminiscent old town look with a lot of brick and concrete mixed to each other. I found some colonial, I don't know if it's colonial, but I found some very old buildings that have a colonial style to them. This is what I wanted to say, and I wanted to mix that into each other, so kind of bring the modern-esque entrance build to it as a little highlight, so to say, and then the rest of the building I wanted to keep somewhat simple, if that's the right word. It's not simple at all. It's the style of this building is quite complicated. And now bringing in another little thing of the Sydney Opera House is this kind of concrete texture I'm doing over here. This is a little bit of a window pane over here, just to make it a bit more bulky to the top, to make a bit of forced perspective work, to make this building seem a bit more heavy than it actually is. So a lot of thought went into it, and I can't tell you how many different versions of it I tried at the beginning, and even in this already pretty straightforward recording over here, I did some changes to the design in order to make it a bit more coherent looking. And I wanted to make sure that all of the building is providing a lot of light into the building itself, because if there's one thing in Planet Zoo that is totally complicated in terms of the lighting, it is bringing in the sunlight into buildings. You always have a lot of issues with especially with the shade, simply because the sun position in this game is super low, and you know, with this new map we are in, it doesn't really help that the sun here seems to be even lower. I'm not sure if it's true though, but I just got the feeling that the sun is in potentially a little bit lower in terms of altitude, which kind of makes sense looking at the globe. But you know, just generally this causes some issues, because like, I don't know, 50 to 60% of the day there's barely any sun in the building, and you always have to be around noon to just get some sun into the building, which, I don't know, it just kind of annoys me. So I wanted to try to make this building as bright as possible, incorporating as many windows and glass fronts as possible, but this time also looking a little bit at the statics of this building, so it's kind of a bit more realistic in terms of how it would hold together. And yeah, there's still some things to do. I need to do in the internal of the building, but you can see it's slowly taking up some shape here, and you will see in the next couple of episodes how I've finished this building up. I'm really happy how it ends. Like, it is really looking exactly the way I wanted it. And for those of you who have seen my franchise mode, they do know that I had this already in mind before we even had this, even before we had early access, to be honest, because you can clearly tell that we had the game a little bit ahead of time. This is also why I could binge record everything for you before I go to holiday. I was super happy when Frontier told me that there is, because I was super afraid that I only had Tuesday and then I was going to holidays, and you know, just no chance to bring you any content. So I'm super happy that I could do a lot. So you're gonna have to live through it the next couple of days with the content I have pre-recorded. So I will kind of spread this out to the next coming days, and I really hope that you guys are as excited for it as I am, because I am super excited for it, to be honest. I am really mega excited to bring this content to you. So tomorrow there will be the Kangaroo, just to let you know already, and on the weekend I'm not really sure how I spread this out, but you know, there will be some stuff available for you. Not sure when, not sure how, but there will be some stuff available for you. I'm starting to spread this out now across the channel. There will be also some more flight sim as well, just to make sure that we have something in between as well, to just change the mood a little bit. There will be also a tad bit more different content in the future, like different games and stuff I've planned, but just in general to just stay with the DLC. You can really tell that I was trying to aim for a bit more of a realistic kind of house approach for a city zoo. This is the building, how it is meant to be, and you will be able, as I said, to download this once it's done. So once the final episode is done, you can download the full build, but what you can already download is the emptied version of this build. So I will basically delete everything inside of the different habitats and, you know, just some incredible stuff I've done. I am so happy with mostly the design. So yeah, just in case you are excited to test it out yourself, it is available to you right now. If I am able to put this on public once I'm in holiday, you know, I'm not sure like if I can do it on the road or whatnot. I have my phone with me with the Steam app, so I will try to put it public. If not, please check it out in the workshop tonight. I will put it public. It is already uploaded, but you know, you will hopefully be able to grab that. Now that said, you can really tell how much I try to incorporate new stuff here. I was building around with this enrichment item. Unfortunately, this won't stay there because I kind of didn't like how the coloring went. But yeah, I can also just give you a little hint. I don't know if I will get it done for the weekend, but I have a certain idea about Summer Lake, and if this is going to work out, this is going to be really cool looking. I have some cool ideas about this. The first testing went really well. I was kind of surprised how well it worked, and I think it's going to be something completely different from what you guys might be thinking. So yeah, so Australia will be pretty interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. I have a certain idea how to do it. Not sure if I can pull it off, but it's going to be exciting. Let's put it that way. It's really a completely different approach from what all of you were guessing, and you know, I always try to do it. I always try to go a little bit of a different route from what people would expect, and this is also why I didn't start a new project here. I mean, surely I know the new project could have caused some hype here and made some amazing views, but you know, I've got to be honest to myself, I wouldn't be able to pull off yet another project. So I kind of like to focus a bit more on the existing projects here. So that will be super exciting. Now guys, I really want to thank all of you watching this video, and I would like to take these last couple of minutes again to just reinforce and remind you guys, if you want to support the channel, I would be so happy if you could consider subscribing, because again, I just mentioned that lately, still over 60% of my constant viewers that are watching nearly every second episode or more are not subscribed to the channel. So it would be amazing if you guys could help me out growing that channel and just leave me a sub. That would be so awesome. It will actually catapult this entire channel a little bit forward and, you know, help me out on doing this. That would be amazing, and all of your support lately is already pretty damn cool, and I really want to thank you again. So thanks to all single one of you for the amazing ongoing content you guys put in the comments, so to say, and the support you guys give me. So make sure to keep on commenting on the videos. Let me know how you like the style of this building. Let me also know what you think about the idea of making an Australia house rather than a project, and also let me know what you think about the Australia DLC in general. Have you gotten it already? Is this something you imagined, and how do you like the pieces and all that kind of stuff? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'm super excited about this. But yeah, now as we are going to just doing some lighting, I just need to say there will be no real-time part here. This is for a good reason, because I don't want to spoil anything before we do the final tour. So the tour will get a dedicated video at the end, obviously. So I really hope that you guys are as excited for it as I am. And yeah, now enjoy the last couple screenshots, and I see you tomorrow again in the next episode. Until then, check out the other content. There's pretty much a lot of stuff available for you. I thank you right now, and have a wonderful day, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I was really happy to have you here. In case you enjoyed it and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to consider subscribing. You can do it via this button here, and if you want to see more, there's some cool other stuff linked here for you. This is suggested for you personally. That's pretty cool. And in case you want to support the channel a tiny bit more, you can do it via this wonderful Rennkamel link over here. I really would appreciate it. And also, big thank you already to all the people who do already support the channel. Really do appreciate that. But now, have a wonderful time, guys, and I catch you in the next one.